Once people hear money, it's as if people cringe.
Like, oh, you're a girl, you don't have anything to worry about.
Hey, welcome back to this channel and thanks for clicking to watch this video. And if you're not a member of this channel or this community rather, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and thereafter you click the notification button. Then you get notified every time that we upload on this channel. So you're welcome back. Have you watched the part 1 of this video? If not, anyways, check the description box below. You're likely to see the link, but that is after you finish watching this. We started with student loan, talking about student loan, and is that all you guys talk about, or there are other things that you guys talk about?
There are other things.
Yeah.
Obviously, being in our early 20s, like the thought of marriage it's not I wouldn't say it's imminent, but it's getting to that point where people,
and generally talking about relationships, I would say,
relationships
that will
leading to marriage potentially in like later years.
Okay, but in talking about that, how both male and female, how do you talk about the role of marriage in these relationships? How possibly you're going to handle your finances, if you guys talk about it at all, and possibly if it's going to be different from how the previous generation, that my generation, has handled it. Are there conversations around that?
There are. I'd say there are conversations on both sides of the coin. On one side, there are conversations where it's both with my male and female friends, where it's a lot like, oh, you're a girl, you don't have anything to worry about. Like, I've actually been told that before.
Really?
That that once you graduate, you can just like, it's fine, just get a job and chill, kind of. Not like you'll be fine. But if it's a guy, it's like, I need to hustle, I need to make money, because before you can marry, like, you need to. It seems like it's the guy that needs to accumulate wealth.
Do you agree with that line of thought?
I have been told that before.
Please let me know in the comment section if you agree with that line of thought, and if you don't, why and why not? If you do agree, why? Because if all of you are in the university, I don't think there's anything that says because you're a girl you pay less, right? Or because you're a boy you pay more or you pay less. Why? So why this sudden?
That's, like I said, that's only
responsibility.
That's not the. I wouldn't say that's the general.
Okay.
I have had that though.
Okay.
More than
that's
once.
one. Okay.
Yeah, that's one narrative. Another, and probably the predominant narrative, at least amidst my female friends, is this generation is all about sort of feminism and independence and having your own and things like that. So a lot of my female friends are sort of ambitious. So they talk about money in the context of them being self-reliant, financially independent before marriage. Not completely made, but be able to stand on their own 2 feet so that they don't rely on a man.
Financially responsible.
So they don't rely on marriage to feel financial security.
But isn't that interesting, especially when the same generation, you have a few male friends that are thinking, oh, you don't have to do anything, just come. And if such guys now end up with girls that believe they should be financially responsible, I don't know what other combination, how it's going to, and that's why we need to talk about this M word. Really, we really need to talk about it. There are some things that, in me, I feel there are conversations that most people don't have before marriage, especially when it is becoming a serious relationship. And one of those things that I think people should talk about is the debt. You talked about student loan the other time. You could imagine, because what that means is that if two people of the same generation that at least maybe live in UK, grown up in UK, went to school in UK, and have this idea of, I go to school with student loan, both of them will come together. Fast forward 5 years time or so, they are likely to be coming together with a loan of minus 50k. Given that, assuming they even start working and start paying some amount, about 50k. So that is one conversation, and I'm not sure a lot of young people are even prepared for it.
No.
Because even with the generation that don't have a huge debt as that, people don't talk about it. Money is something that, and it is something I think what do you think in a relationship? Do you think people should bring that forward and how to go about getting rid of eradicating the debt?
I do. I think especially or only, like you said, when it's getting serious, because of course you can't.
Of course,
you can't go around. laying out your sort of Excel sheets in front of every single person that takes you to Nando's. Like, yeah, when it's getting serious, I think it's definitely good. Like, if serious for me means marriage and like is a conversation basically. I don't know. I just don't think it's the thing that people think about right now.
But
I just don't think it's like who's gonna.
Yeah, that is what this video is all about.
People thinking, okay, how much debt do you have? I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm too young at the moment to.
No, but you have to. If you don't think about it, whether you like it or not, it's a monster.
Yeah, that will creep up on you.
Yeah, on both of you if you're not, because fast forward that time, people even have this dream wedding, especially I'm sure you guys
Nigerians.
Maybe
I can only speak for Nigerians. So
people have this dream wedding and it costs money.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And you have student loan, which you're still paying.
Yeah.
And you were going to rack up more loan, maybe from credit cards or whatever it is, to pay for the wedding, right? And most likely you start a family. And because people don't think of all, you know. So that's why I know it's a difficult conversation, and that's why we're having this topic out here.
To be honest, I don't think there's any template way that you can go about talking about it. I think it's just a case where if you see a future with this individual, you need to see a future in all of them, and part of them is
the liability. So when you're
getting to know them on that kind of serious level, you need to get to know things like this too. I think
I was telling someone that when you want to get married to somebody, it's not just the likes, the loves, all the filters, you know, that you're getting the assets and the liabilities. Absolutely. You need to be fully aware of this, especially I think even for dating. Maybe we should actually talk about dating. When a guy or even a girl, when on dating, you're always paying with credit card. For me, I don't know, it's a red flag.
Okay.
It's a red flag.
But you don't know how that person sort of arranges their finances. Maybe.
Well, except it would be good to have that conversation with that person indirectly, so that you're like, oh, what do you think about credit card? What do you think about debt generally? I think it should be a conversation. Yeah, it's a question that you should ask someone that you're dating. What do you think? Because some people, like you said, people are jubilating after each time the student loan drops. People can still continue to fantasize with credit like that. Yes. That is what it is. It's just free money. I can just swipe the card and have a good time. Swipe the card and go on holiday. Swipe the card and
contactless
is
the enemy.
It
is Apple Pay.
It is because they've now made it so easy for everybody to pay. So you don't have to think twice.
I think a potential way actually that just came to mind that you could potentially bring up that conversation with a serious relationship is to maybe like ask about what their future plans are. That's probably one of the questions you ask. Like if they say like, oh, okay, I'd really want to, just ask them what their like future plans or ambitions in the next 5 years. Like what would they like? And if they say, okay, cool, like I wanna have moved out or this and that, I'm like, oh, okay, so how do you plan to like save, like have you put all the necessary steps in place to be able to save up and move out or this and that? And I think from there you can go down the road of the money conversation.
Yeah. And I think another thing that I think strongly that people need to talk about before marriage is doing a budget together.
A budget for what, like?
Spending. How do you think about budgeting? Because that is giving your money, sending your money on an errand, giving it a plan. Because some people, they feel as if I open myself or subject myself to the other person, I'm giving control sort of. But it's a joint control.
But money is power.
So money is power. So but when you plan it together, you give it of course, you have a plan, you send it on an errand together that this is what I need, this is what you need, and this is what we need as a household, and we do it together. Nobody frowns at anybody when the person is going for what he wants, because it's something you had, in that budget session. That's what I mean by that. And also, this is for Christians, really. I think one question that everybody needs to ask, especially for Christian courtship, is it, if you have, maybe not just Christian, maybe if you have a charity, you have a cause that you are very passionate about, and you give already, you are giving it into it. You want to ask for the other person's opinion about it, because I've seen marriages where maybe the man came into the place assuming that both of them are Christians, and because they are Christians, tithing is normal, and it's not normal for the other person. I think those conversations you need to have, and I wouldn't just hinge it on tithing alone. Some people, they have some charities that they have commitment towards, and or they are philanthropic in nature, and you just need to know that bit of that person so that you respect it, support that person, even in that particular cause. I think those kind of conversations, I think people really need to have. The causes you give to, because you need to talk about debt, you need to do budgets, and the causes we give to. I don't know if you have any other thing that you think people, in terms of money subject, that you think people should talk about before getting married. Could you please let me know in the comment section? And if there's anyone that we have talked about, we chatted about, that you agree or disagree, please feel free to let us know. We would like to. We don't mind to be hurt if you disagree with us. We are happy to. But I think for this generation, they deserve better. They need to demystify this word called money, and they need to understand what debt is. They need to understand what needs are. They need to understand what wants are. Because they can be financially well off. Yeah, you guys can be financially buoyant, because the way people are earning income is completely different from the way we were used to. It's very flexible. A lot of people are working from home now. That's not the concept with us. That's not the concept with us. But it is not about the money you bring in, it's about how you manage that money. That's what matters. Do you understand? Yeah. But if you guys don't get it, even though there will be ample opportunities, you fall into the same traps. Everyone here, over and over again, despite the fact that you actually have a better stage to play on than us. And I think we'll just draw the curtain. Yep. And we are going to steal this phase, because I want to tap and go into the head of this generation to know how they feel about money, talk about money. So in our next video, I think she's going to join me to talk about why side hustles.
Side hustles.
Yeah, side hustles. Okay. Yeah, side hustles. We are going to be talking about side hustles. Is it meaningful? Is it meaningless? Is it relevant to them? So, until then, what do you have for the subscribers?
I literally just have to say that if you've watched this far and you haven't subscribed, then I don't know what to say to you. So yeah, subscribe, leave a comment, like you said, and like the video.
Yes.
So that I can come back.
Share, please. Share. If you know anybody in the 20s, please share. If you are interested and you want to organize for a sixth form group or young group, to be educated on this, maybe we can actually pull her and co-op her and just develop something so that we start delivering it as a program around for all the sixth formers. What do you think about that? So see you in the next video. Bye.